Hello, you guys. I'm here to review Grandfathered, Season 1, Episode 1. So, you know, the episode pretty much introduces John Stamos' character as Jimmy Marciano, whatever. So, yeah, Jimmy. So, he's a charismatic 50-year-old bachelor who owns his own restaurant. He has a really loyal second-command named Annalise, who's a lesbian, and a really funny head of his chef, head of his cooks, Robbie. So in this episode, he finds out that he has a son played by Josh Peck, whose name is Gerald, and that Gerald has a daughter named Edie, and whose mother is, Christina Milian. Damn, lucky Gerald. So yeah, so pretty much as the episode goes on, Jimmy is really he doesn't know how to handle it. Because he's so used to being a bachelor and, being by himself that, he, quite honestly and understandably, he's freaking out. So, yeah, he finds Gerald's mother, Sarah, played by, I believe is, whatever. He found Gerald's mother, and he said a funny thing when she was saying, do you know how disrespectful that was? What if I was gay and I met him at a bar? And she was all like, is that really where your mind goes? You're crazy. You mean like shit like that. So, it was just hilarious. So, Gerald tried to get advice from his father on how to get his baby's mama, who's, like I said before, played by Christina Milian, how to get her to be with him. And there was a funny scene in which he mentioned the G-spot, and Gerald's like, no. Okay, what is it? And then another part in which he was asking about, like, I believe about asking Gerald, seemed like he only has one set of clothing, and Gerald said that he only has green. He's wearing a green shirt because it helps with thinking and all that stuff, and it helps like with employment or creative ideas. And Jamie asked him, okay, that's interesting. He said, are you employed? And he was like, no, currently unemployed. So that was just hilarious. But yeah, so Jimmy has to take care of Edie, because Gerald has his date with, baby's mama. And it doesn't really work. It's not like he didn't really want to take care of her. Not because he was a douchebag, granddad, first time grandfather, but it's more like because he had many celebrities coming over. He had Deion Sanders, Don Rickles, and Lil Wayne. So, he's a restaurant owner, so he knows the more renowned, stars, the more pictures he takes, it helps the business of the restaurant. So, yeah, so he agrees to take Edie, to watch Edie, but unfortunately he's at his restaurant. And eventually Edie comes, gets really sick, and he has to basically pull a Dennis Hoffman and just run her to the hospital in a really amazing scene. So, yeah, and turns out nothing was really serious. We find out they actually had Botox on it, and we also find out that despite him and Sarah being separated for 25 years, that despite her thinking he's a self-absorbed asshole, that they still have they're still, what's the word, amicable towards each other. And even though Jimmy tried to get a little bit more into it, she was like, never gonna happen again. So I guess when they ever have their little reunion as a couple, it's probably by the end of the season, or at least probably 2 seasons from now. Because the show, I can tell, is really popular. So yeah, that's my review for episode 1 of Grandfathered. I will have, some more reviews later today. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel. You can add some comments down below. And adios. See you in a few.